all of you beautiful people out there. My name is Majestic Muffin, and welcome back to my channel. As you can see, today is another special effects makeup day. So, I promise you, I was going to do something different. I wasn't going to do special effects today, but we all know how that goes. So, today I wanted to do another burn tutorial. I know I specified, let me just cradle my little hands here. I know I specified in my last burn video that you can use a lot of different things for your burns. Oh, my little blood palette's in the way there. You can do a lot of different things with your burns and how to make them. Like, I know for the last burn video I used coffee grounds, and for this burn video I'm going to do something different. I'm going to show you how to use cotton pads instead. And you can also use like ripped up tissue paper. I think I said that as well. So this video will be a bit shorter since this is essentially everything's the same except for the cotton pad part, or the cotton ball part. So I won't explain everything to you. If you want to get everything explained to you, like the makeup aspect, you can go to the last video. But we are doing something a little different because I got alcohol now, not, 99% alcohol. So I'm going to use some of my palettes, like this little cute little mini bloody palette from SFX here. Look how pretty she is. Woo. So yeah, if you want to stick around for that, go ahead. And instead of blood jelly today, we are going to be using Ben Nye's Fresh Scab Blood. If you saw my last special effects video, you know I tested out different types of blood. And that is the one. This one is a lot more rigid than the blood jelly, which I feel like, in my personal opinion, ooh, I have a scratch on my finger. Sorry, in my personal opinion, this will be better for burns than the blood jelly. That's just for me, but, we'll see. So, what you're going to need altogether for this look, are obviously liquid latex, which I'm almost out, but that's fine. One of these, makeup, yes, that you can buy at dollar stores, makeup wedges. I can never remember their names for some reason. I always keep wanting to call them, like, beauty blenders, and we know that's not it. One of these at dollar, yep, you can get them at the dollar store or anything. You'll see this is a common, thing that we use in a lot of our special effects videos. You're going to need, obviously, cotton pads. This is not, okay, you don't need to have this, but it's definitely, because this is a very bloody look. I might go in with our cream paints. We'll see how we feel later. So yeah, let's just get into it. So first, what we're going to do, I don't think I have to show this part, but I'll show some of it, is you're going to want to get around 3 to 4 to 5 layers of liquid latex. Usually around the third layer is when I start applying like coffee grounds or, tissue paper or, cotton balls, because, you want like a nice thick look, and it also makes it easier when you're putting holes in it later, which, you'll see. So, yeah. So, as you can see, I'm applying our handy dandy liquid latex. I know I do this on my hand a lot, but it's easier. You do not have to get it all nice and pretty. It doesn't have to look like a nice circle. It doesn't have to, we want these bumps and this texture in here, which is why we're adding the cotton pads. And just a quick reminder, I don't know if I said this in my last video, but you want to use these because if you use a brush, you will ruin your brush. Because when the liquid latex dries, it's, bad for brushes. Don't use your brush unless it's one that you will want to ruin. If you want a bit more texture, before adding all this stuff in, you can rip up, your thingy, your, blender, wedge, whatever you want to call it, and just like we did in our bruise video. So we're gonna let that dry, and I'll come back to you guys when I'm on the third layer and I'm ready to put these cotton balls on. Okay, so I'm back. So I decided to do 5 layers instead of 4. So now that we're on the third one, and as you can see, it's very, I don't know if you can, it's tacky. So when it's tacky, you want to get a spatula or anything that is safe, and you're going to want to start tearing up some holes. I don't know if you can see that. Tearing up some holes in here. We're going to do this later as well, but it's nice to get a heads up on things. As you can see, it's starting to rip right there. So, yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys that real quick. Yeah, look at those holes. I'm going to do 2 more layers, and on the 4th one is when I'm going to add my, my cotton balls. Sometimes it's very hard to maneuver the latex, but you get the idea, because we're going to add more, but I just figured, you know, add some right now, especially while it's still tacky like this and movable. You know what I mean? Like that. Move it with your finger if you want to. It's up to you. The world is your oyster. So now that we have another layer on, we're going to tear apart our cotton balls and make really thin layers. I don't know if I really have to show you me doing this, but you know, you get the gist. And then we're going to just tap it on like so. And then you're going to put liquid latex on top of that, as we've been doing. This is the hard part. See, this is why I really don't like working with cotton balls that much, because it makes it really hard to work with, in my opinion. For some people it's easier, for some it's not, you know, like me. That's why I prefer coffee grounds, but I figured I should show you guys how to do it. It makes it very stringy, very textury, like that. You can move it around with your sponge, or you can move it around with this. Really just go ham and do what you want with it. Again, this is, I don't know if I've said this in this video yet, but this is your look. There really isn't any specific recipe to it. You do what you want, and that's what's gonna happen, you know? I'm not sure if I'm gonna add another layer onto this. I'll see how I feel once this is dry. And we will go from there with the coloring. And I'll see you guys there in a second. Oh, also, when this is dry, if I don't want to add another layer, or even if I do, I'm going to make more holes. I'm going to use my finger or this, most likely this, to make more holes. Not as many, but as you can see how much texture that cotton already added so far. So I'll see you guys there in a sec. Bye. Okay, now that our liquid latex is all dry, we're going to start coloring. So first I decided to go in with, we're going to do brown or dark brown in all of our spots and then around the edges. So I'm going to go in with my cream contour wheel from Ben 9. I'm going to go in with, ooh, I got latex on it. And we're going to go in with the brown and start filling in. It's pretty self-explanatory. Filling in all of our spots with the brown. Like so. There's not a lot since this is a very, like, a smaller surface, but I know it looks weird right now, but I promise it'll look better later. Now around our edges, we're going to use this same color and go around, all around the entire thing, and then thin it out with our hands, with our little hands, or if you want to thin it out with a brush, or if you want to thin it out with, like one of our little blendy boys or our wedges, then go right ahead. It's totally up to you. Okay, so now that I have all of that brown done, I'm going to go in with my Ripper FX Bloody Palette. This is activated with 99% alcohol, which we have right here. And I'm going to use the red, the black, and the aged blood, because it's more like a brown. And I'm not going to show all of this because it's hard to get, like, the right, you know, because if you have too much alcohol, then the pigment is, like, less pigmenty, and the the more alcohol you have, it's less pigmenty, and the less alcohol you have, it's more pigmenty. So it's hard to get that ratio. So all in all, first we're gonna go in with red, and we're gonna cover the entire area. Splotchy, don't be nice. I'm going to go in with my fluffy brush, and I'll show you guys that in a sec. So you can see me going around all with the red. With my little fluffy brush here. I'm going to go over this a few more times because I put a little bit too much alcohol. Yeah. Remember, don't be nice with this. We want this to be splotchy. Also, quick thing, if you are doing a burn on your face and you're using alcohol activated palettes, please be careful around your eye because it could sting you. And it does not smell that great. So if you are doing this, please do this in a ventilated area. So you don't die from the alcohol. Okay. So that's what it looks like so far, and I'm going to keep doing that. And then I'm going to go in with the aged blood next, and I'll show you guys that soon. So now, I don't know if you can see yet, but I'm going in with the aged blood now. And putting a nice little brown all over there. And then next I'm going to go in with black to darken it up a bit. Like so. Making it all gross, making it all dirty, making it all burny. You know, like so. Now that I have that, I'm going to go in with black as well and start mixing that in there. Probably going to add a little bit of red on top of it as well. We shall see. I think I'm going to add some more coloration here. Really, all special effects is, I know I say this in every video, it's experimenting with stuff to go, well, I can't speak. Like, there is no rhyme or reason to it. It's however you want to do it. You know what I mean? Because, like, right now, this doesn't look that great. But it will soon. Now that I have the coloring to my desire, I'm going to go in with Ben Nye Scat Blood and put it in our little holes here. Like I said earlier, this is not a very bloody look. I'm going to be using my spatula over here. Boop. I'm going to be putting that in. Probably not as thick right here. I'm going to be distributing that around in my... I'm going to be distributing this blood in my holes. Yep, I'm saying it. Play with that as you will. And there. Your burn is done. So this, as you can see, the cotton ball tactic adds a lot more texture than you'd think. In my opinion, it is a bit harder to paint, especially with alcohol palettes, because it like sinks into the cotton, which, you know, alcohol paints, you know, they do that. They're alcohol paints. But so if you want to use an alcohol-y palette, I would suggest coffee grounds. But if you want to use more cream, I would suggest this as well, or the cotton balls instead. But that is my personal opinion. Again, special effects is different with everyone. But yeah, I hope you like it. Personally, I like how this turned out. I don't like how big these holes are. But hey, what are you gonna do? I'm certainly not gonna do anything about it. I hope you guys like this video. Like if you liked it, subscribe if you feel like it, and I will see all of you beautiful people in the next video. Bye!